Very good afternoon, real boys and girls. It's Sunday, the 20th of January, 2019. Welcome along to today's United Kingdom tour, coming to you from Bracknell in Royal Berkshire. Did you hear me clearing my throat then? I think I switched on the microphone just a touch too early. Very unprofessional, dear. You probably thought there was someone else here doing the show. Now, I've been doing a little bit of work this morning, and I think I've got it wrong again. And really, I would love to have started the show. Once I got so far, I thought, oh no, I can't be doing with this. But I've been trying to get this YouTube notification thing going. So if you're watching on YouTube, did you get the notification to tell you that the show was starting? You may well have not done because I forgot to turn the damn thing back on again. You wouldn't believe how much there is to do before you actually sit here and start chatting away. There's all sorts of things to turn on and make sure that's going and doing that. Oh, it's just so much, it really is. Now, who's early today? Let's have a quick look. Ryan Gordon. Good morning to Ryan. Oh, are you Ryan from Central Station? I think you are. Good morning, Ryan. Hope you're well, sir. Happy Sunday to you. We're very late today, aren't we? I got up late. That's why. Morning to Diane Jebb, or afternoon rather. Alan Russell in the house. He had his birthday the other day. Looks like you had a good time, Alan. Happy birthday for the other day. Shania is in the house. She's on the radio at the moment, Shania. Aren't you? You're on the radio at this moment. Incidentally, we might try opening up a phone line today, okay? Just in case you want to ring. Hang on, it was there. Where's the phone line gone? 1 minute. Oh, well, that's disappeared off the screen completely. Now, where's that gone? How strange and mysterious. Shall I fire it? Oh, it just updated itself and... 1 minute. Let me see, is that going to work? Oh, there it is. There we are. We might try firing up the phone line in a minute because I haven't done that for ages and ages and I feel the need to talk to someone today. I'm so lonely sitting here on my own. I feel the need to talk. So we might try that a little bit later on. Okay, boys and girls. I don't know, Shania, you might want to call or your dad do one of those link-up things possibly. But I don't know if it's going to work because I haven't had the thing working for a while and it's just updated itself as well. So phone number coming up shortly. That number you see up there now is for text messages only, okay? 07551 259 675 is the text number. The phone number may appear shortly. Stand by for more excitement. Where can you have this much excitement in a day, eh? Good afternoon to SOS Grigorian. Jack Carroll is in the house. Morning, Jack. From Access All Areas. Yes, with the lovely Femi. Always delightful Femi. He always sings Forget You. You must try and do another song, Femi. So perhaps Aretha Franklin. What about Zoom? Fat Larry's band. I like that. Zoom. Da, 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 da. I love it. Morning, Femi. I know you are, Jack, all right. Hello to Tommy Flynn. No church this morning. Who said no church? Why are you judging me? Are you God? No. You're not God. You may think you are, but I've seen you in the flesh. You're no God or even a prince, dear. Cheek, Tommy, no church. Yes, I have been to church, actually, so shut up. That's why I'm late. I will come on to that in a moment. Good morning to Ronnie. Oh, there he is, my best mate, Ronnie. Looking after those cats. Ronnie is Mr. Catman, that's what he is. Morning, Ronnie. Who else is there? Let's have a look. Oh, is that it so far? I think that's it so far. No messages from YouTube. Oh, dear. Oh, here we go. Weird City Citizen is in the house. Did you get a notification for this show? I know you did for the test caption earlier on, but did you get it for this show? That's really important because I forgot to turn that damn thing on. Seriously, there's so much to do before I blooming start. So good morning to you. Good service this morning? Well, I got up late. I got in last night and... I thought, this is just madness, getting up at 7:20 on a Sunday morning. Because I get to bed on a Saturday night sort of around about 2:30 in the morning. By the time I've cooked dinner, because I come home from work, we had a fantastic night last night. Really good show from the delightful Myra Dubois. who is a cabaret artist. She is a drag queen, and she works at the place that I work at, Central Station, on occasional bookings. It's the first time she's been there before. And she went down an absolute storm. She was hilarious. If you like non-politically correct stuff, you would love her. Oh my God. Now, I won't sing this song to you, but she did a little thing with Sound of Music, you know. I wonder if I can give it to you so that certain people in the know would know it and other people wouldn't. I don't think I can, actually. Shall I try? Shall I try? Do you want me to try and do it? It was, so you start at the very beginning, a very good place to start. If you sing, you begin with A, B, C. If you're naughty, your contract. I'll just leave it there. There's no way I'm going to sing that. I was howling. I was absolutely howling at her jokes. She was hilarious. So really, really good show last night for her first outing for Myra Dubois at Central Station. Really a fantastic show. It was. So, of course, I do that. Show finished just before 12, a little bit later than normal, but that's okay, you know. I'm paid to 12, so that's it. So 12 o'clock comes, get in the car, back here, around about 1:15. No traffic on the road, really, last night. Nothing to write home about. And I did dinner, watched a bit of Casualty, and at the time I went to bed, it was 2:30, and I thought, do you know, I'm not going to set the alarm. I'm not going to do it because there's an 11 o'clock. As well as a 9 o'clock mass, there's one at 11 as well. So that's what I've done today. So I woke up, naturally, no alarm clock, 8:30. See? So I've had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've had about 6 hours sleep. So that's okay. Otherwise, it's like 4.5 hours sleep. And then I find myself, I get up and I cycle to work. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm so tired, so tired. What's the point of that? So as I say, I got up at 8:30. Now, that isn't enough time to do a show before I go to church, right? So I hoovered around a little bit, tidied up, done the bathroom, hoovered the house from top to bottom. Somehow the hoover managed to get stuck, blocked up somehow. And I was hoovering away, and then it suddenly, psst, a hissing noise was coming. I thought it was a snake. I thought I'd hoovered up a snake or something like that. But I was hoovering away, and I opened the thing, and there was a thick blockage of dust in there, on little leaves and things like that. So I cleared that out, done that, and then I went to church for the 11 o'clock mass. And I have to say, a completely different experience from the 9. The service is all the same, but now how can I put this gently? There are less important people at the 11 o'clock mass. Now, do you know what I mean? Shania would know what I mean by that. Shania, you would absolutely... There seem to be less, shall we say, committee members. That sort of thing. Less committee members at the church. You know, they were more sort of ordinary people, other than myself, because I'm an international television star. Well, but when I'm at church, no, please don't come and ask me for autographs. I'm there to do my praying. You know, the priest does his bit, and I sit there and I sing at the top of my voice. So it's more like ordinary people. In the mornings, 9 o'clock mass, it tends to be full of, how can I put this kindly, committee members, those sort of people. Very, very important. You know, think they're very, very, very important people. 11 o'clock mass, ordinary people. And I've only ever been to the 11 once before. So it was nice. The only thing is, and again, I want to put this nicely, I think the organist needed a little bit of help. That's all I'm saying. Christ, there was a few bum notes there. Blimey. And she did this Gloria at the speed of a snail. I'm like, that's the sort of tune. He goes, da 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 da. But she played it. Da, 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 da. Oh, for God's sake, get a move on with this, dear. We want to go home at 12. Got a show to do. Millions of people waiting around the world to hear what I've got to say. Anyway, so that was nice. So that 11 o'clock. So I might do that in future. I might go to the 11 instead of the 9, because it is a real getting up at 7:20 on a Sunday morning. It's only 4.5 hours sleep. That's not going to do any good, is it? So that's it. Let's have a look here. One moment, please. But there are millions, Ronnie, millions. You know that 10 million at the moment. 10 million people watching this programme. Good morning to Angela. God loves you. That proves he's got a sense of humour. I blooming well hope so, Angela. Otherwise, I'm downstairs. I'm downstairs. Does all the fun up and downstairs as a matter of interest? I gather that upstairs it's all we get wings and start singing hymns all the time. Downstairs, terrible things they're doing to each other's bodies. If only. Vectis, how dare you do your show at the same time as mine? We can do a link up if you want, Vectis. You know that I can be very well behaved when you do your link ups. Just give me a second and I'll open a phone line, okay? Let's go through some of these messages. That stream, did you get... Oh, you didn't get one for this one. Oh, dear. I can't send... Once I've started a stream, I can't send out another notification. I've got to turn the thing on. Well, I think I might try it again a little bit later, just to check you get the notifications for the YouTube viewers only, okay? We might give that a little bit of a go later. Have you been to Prague? It's a nice place to go in July. No, I've never been... I'm not really one for going short journeys, really. Prague, I haven't been to Prague, no. Afternoon to Roy Brownlowe. Good morning to you. Do you like my collar? Thank you very much. This is a thing I've dragged out the cupboard. It's nice, isn't it? Nice colour. Don't fit, of course. I'm no good at dressing, as you well know. I always seem to look untidy for some reason. I don't know. Jack Carroll, what's my favourite... My favourite gym, Femi? Oh, what's my favourite hymn? Oh, probably How Redeemer King Divine. How Redeemer King Divine, Priest and Lamb the throne. We don't do that very much. And I like Immaculate Mary. Immaculate Mary, our hearts are on fire. I love that one. 17 verses. I'm having that one at my funeral. Yes. Right at the end, when they're carrying me out in the coffin, I'm going to have that one, all 17 verses. And you lot can bloody well stand there until it's all finished. And we'll have an introduction as well. And the bit at the end, you'll be standing there. How many more hymns? How many more verses? Oh, just another 10. You'll wait to stuff your faces with my vegetarian sandwiches, aren't you? Hello to John Roger. Good evening, John. Where's your pineapple jacket? Were they real pineapples? Yes, dear. They were pineapples on my pineapple jacket. I got several jackets, John. Several jackets. I don't just come onto a stage and wear the same costume every single event. Roy has got toothache, and now this... Have you really? Oh, you got toothache, Roy, at your age? Don't you just take them out and put them in water? I'm very surprised you've got your own teeth. Dear me. How do you make holy water? We boil the hell out of it. Aren't you awful? Right, go on, let's open the phone line. Let's open it. 1 minute. Let's try this. Who's going to call in? Vectis, if you want to try it. Right, that's open. Now, I don't know if this will work because it's been ages since I used it, but there we are. There's your phone number, okay? 0208 144 3477. Now, pay attention. It's a local London number, not a premium rate number. You will only be charged a local call, the same as you're calling someone in London, okay? There is only one line. I know sometimes I like to have a little bit of a laugh with you, and I'll tell you there's banks of operators standing by to take your call. No, there isn't. There's only one phone line. That's it. Okay? Once you call that number, if someone's on the phone, you can't call over them. You'll go to an answer phone, just tell you. But the phone number's there. If you want to call in, you can do this afternoon. But I warn you... I love it! Oh, that's good, isn't it? Well, I shouldn't have had that on. 1 minute. We need to turn the sounds off first. Settings. Turn off the sounds. Where's audio and video? Calling. Just a minute now. Notifications. Chat. Tips. Show chat. No, that's not it. 1 minute. Audio and video. Is that it? Audio. How do I turn the... We can't have that ringing going on, dear. 1 minute. Can I turn that ringing off? We used to be able to. Calling. Or is it maybe it's calling? Show call. Only allow calls to ring on this device. Advanced. Oh dear. Oh, I don't think I can turn off the calling. Hang on a minute. How do I turn off the calling? Oh, there's another one now. Let's try it. There. Let's try this. Hello, who's calling in, please? London
Hello,
number?
it's Sos. How are you?
Who's that?
It's Sos. Grigorian.
SOS Grigorian. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, that's working well, that is.
It is.
I've got to find out how to turn off that ringing, though. That's annoying.
I know how you feel. Ringing.
It's quite a nice tone, though. I do like it, but I'll have to find out how to turn that off. The whole Skype thing, I haven't used it for months and months and months, as you well know. And
That's all right. It's all right. It's nice, though. It's a good thing to have.
It's obviously turned it off again. Have you had a nice weekend, sir?
Yeah, thank you. You?
Yeah, great. Have you been to any karaoke's?
Oh, no.
Why is that, then?
It was too busy, yeah, so I gave it a miss.
Oh, have you? Oh.
Yeah.
What you been doing, then?
Just with the cat, staying home with the cat.
Oh, my mate's got 4 cats.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Handful, isn't it?
yeah, one of them's been very sick, actually, and he's going to come on at some point and tell us all about it. He's spent a lot of money. It's cost a lot of money to fix his cat up. They're hoping to get it back on the insurance, but you're never quite sure. You know what some of these insurance companies are like, SOS, don't you? Terrible.
No, they're terrible.
Absolutely terrible. You got much planned for today?
Just some like shopping and tidying up. Yeah, just general. Yeah.
Where do you do your shopping?
Oh, Marks and Spencer's sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, a posh one. That's even dearer than Waitrose. You must be very rich.
Oh yeah, I'm too rich.
That's what we like. People with money calling in. Incidentally, you do know that there is now a PayPal account if you want to make a donation towards the show. Yes.
What's the PayPal account? Email.
Eh?
What's
I don't
the
know.
PayPal account name?
Do you know? I don't even know. I can't remember now. It's either one or the other. I can't remember which one it is. I won't give it out because if I give you the wrong one, you might accidentally be sending that £20,000 to someone else.
I'm thinking billions.
Billions,
not
dear.
Thousands, billions.
Billions? Now, what was the story I was telling Saturday? Yeah, I couldn't believe, I saw this on the BBC News on Friday morning, I think it was, the amount of money that Netflix spend on programming. Was it something, it was something like £5 billion.
Exactly.
£5 billion on programming. And you look at some of it, you're thinking, well, that weren't worth $5 billion. Have you got Netflix, SOS?
They should give you like $5 billion, and I'm sure you do a better job.
Well, I think this program should be carried on Netflix for subscribers. Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you got Netflix?
Oh yeah, I do.
What do you like on that? What do you like on there?
Oh, Black Mirror.
Ah, now I've only ever seen one of those, and they were doing a parody of Star Trek. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, I think it's quite an early one, and I kind of watched it, and I thought, well, I don't know what all this is about. Do you know what I mean? So I stopped watching it.
Yeah.
What else have you got on there?
On Netflix, I don't know, just other old classics, like Only Fools and Horses.
Oh, that was my dad's. My dad used to love that. Yeah. There's something going on. You know the block of flats that they filmed it at. They're wanting to knock that down. Apparently, it's in.
Terrible.
It's actually not in Peckham. I can't remember where it is now.
Acton, apparently.
Where do you know where it is?
Yeah, it's in Acton.
Oh, it's in Acton, is it? Yeah. So
Apparently,
I must drive past that a couple of times a week when I think about it because I often go. Do you know Acton at all?
Yeah, I do.
I go through there. I come off the M4, right? Then I turn left at the Chiswick thing, and I go up I think it's a dual carriageway over the bridge that they're you know that bridge they're fixing? Is that Chiswick?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know which bridge they're fixing a bridge. I go over there, then I turn right, and I end up, and there is a large pub on a corner. Looks very clean and bright in there. And then I turn right, and then there's Morrison's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Morrison's. I go past Morrison's on the left. I go under a bridge, and then I turn left just after the park. So the park is on my left, and I go up through that way.
Oh, yeah. That's
Sometimes,
nice.
when I'm going to North London to do my job. Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Where are you?
Oh, I mean, just behind what's it called at White City, White City.
Oh, you're White City, are you? Yeah, okay. Well, of course, the BBC are selling. Well, I don't think it's them now. They've got a load of flats up there, haven't they? Have they all been sold yet?
I think so, yeah, or like the best part of it. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? It's like an iconic building going like that.
Oh, it is a shame. They have got some studios still under there, but they sold off the building to make posh flats. I don't suppose you'd see much change out of £1 million for one of those.
I think so.
But you could buy several of those with your bank balance, couldn't you, my friend?
I could, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, of course.
Lovely to talk to you. Thanks ever so much for calling in.
All the best.
Right, bye-bye now. SOS, they're calling in. That's good. So that works. Now, do you mind if I can just see if I can turn off the ringing? Because we really don't want that ringing all the time. Hang on a minute. Must be a way of turning the ringing off. Turn off Skype ringing general. Does anyone know how to do it? As a matter of interest, anyone know how to turn off the ringing? I can't find it. Audio and video. Oh, there's another one there. Hang on a minute. Oh. Now, where's that gone? We can't have that ringing like that. Oh, I missed it now. Try that again. You want to ring it a bit longer? Give us a chance to get there, will you? For Christ's sake. Ring the phone for like 2 seconds and we're gone. Let's go over to some of your messages there. Hello, Angela Waters, do a Facebook call. Can't do Facebook calls. That won't work for me, I'm afraid. There we go. There we are. Let's try that now. That could be the Isle of Wight. I'm not sure. Good evening.
Oh, hello. We're connected now. It seemed every time I phoned you, I seem to be setting off your what should we call it? Your bing bong bong.
No, that's the ringing. That's the ringing. I'm trying to find a way to turn it off here.
Oh, right.
Because before they've updated the Skype, you see, and I don't know how to turn the ringing off.
Oh, right. It's all very complicated.
Yeah.
But it's nice to speak to you.
It's very nice to speak to you. You're on the air at the moment, aren't you?
I am in about 42 seconds time.
Oh, are we going to do one of those link-ups?
We are, yeah. If I hit the right buttons in a minute, it should all work all right.
How exciting! Live on Vectis Radio International with Vectis. Shania there.
Yeah. So I don't want you to say anything that will upset the Pope. You've got to behave yourself.
Okay? I won't.
I've heard you boiling the hell out.
Are you going to give me a countdown?
That was most inappropriate.
Is it going to be like with a countdown and like really important?
Oh no, I wouldn't have thought so.
Oh,
no, we got about 12 seconds.
Oh, can we have a countdown, please? 11, 10. Go on.
7.
Yeah.
6, 5, 4.
I've got to be good now. You ready?
2, 1. Oh, hello. Are you still there?
I'm here. Yes.
Oh, right. That's all right. Put that down. Are you still there?
I'm here.
Oh, that's good, yes. It's all worked. Welcome, Chris Reardon from, what do you call yourself now? It used to be United Kingdom Talk Radio. You're not that now.
United Kingdom Talk. That is the name of the show. Of course it is, yes.
Right.
Yes,
yeah,
I wonder
we're now talking live to the Mirrorball studio in Royal Berkshire, and it's my old mate, Chris Reardon.
Wow, greetings. Well, I did wonder what you were doing with that phone then. It sounded like you dropped me. I've been dropped so many times in my life, it's not funny anymore.
Well, I just tried to be a bit careful with you because I realise where you're very talk based. I didn't want to get you into any trouble with playing music. That's only trouble.
Don't worry about little things like that. They don't bother me. These little things. You know what these copyright people are like? Oh, he's playing a bit of my music. He must be making £10 million. I don't think so.
Oh no, if only. Hey? But, yes, welcome to FM radio. Chris, on 104.6, and of course, always online, as we say here at Vectis Radio.
It's wonderful to have my voice permeating through every little piece of air over the Isle of Wight. It really is.
It is. I'm sure the Isle of Wight's very happy to have you permeating them.
There was a bloke on the radio, one of the London stations last night, who mentioned the Isle of Wight. He had come from... Oh, that was it, yeah. He'd come from the Isle of Wight. And they were talking about transport in London and the fact that they're trying to stop cars coming into London and this, that and the other. Anyway, this bloke had lived on the Isle of Wight and had moved to London. And he said he was absolutely gobsmacked with the marvellous transportation system they have in London, as in with buses and tubes. But of course, coming from the Isle of Wight, you know, I'm sure your trains... I didn't know you used to have trains there.
We still have got trains, I have, you know.
What, across the island?
Yes, we got our train service from Shanklin, which is a little sort of traditional seaside resort in the sort of south of the island, right up to Rye Pier that connects with our high-tech catamarans that take you over to Portsmouth Harbour. They're old, they're really, believe it or not, Chris, they're 1938, I do believe, London tube trains that run on that line.
Yeah, I mean, I remember being on one myself, but did you not used to have trains going right around the island at some point?
Oh yes, back in the steam day, back in sort of they all started to wind down about 1965. But yes, before then there was I should know because I'm a bit of a steam buff, but a good 40, 50 odd mile of railways to quite some surprising little villages as well. But unfortunately, the great axe of the Dr. Beeching man came, and all we got left with was Shanklin to Rye Pier Head, and we got a very good preserved steam railway line that actually connects with the electric train at a place called Smallbrook Junction and runs all the way to Wootton. And they're a multi-award-winning steam preserved line. It's one of our jewels of our tourist island. So,
well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And this bloke was saying he was just amazed at, like, he was on a tube station, and the impatience of the people in London. Like, you know, you come running down the stairs because they can hear a train coming, and as they get to the platform, the doors close, and there is utter dismay in these people's faces as they watch the train pull up, knowing full well that within 3 minutes another one's going to come hurtling through that tunnel. And the best,
it's amazing, isn't it?
I mean, I've seen that with my own eyes, Vectis. I had a little Christmas dinner with a few friends in London. This is on a Sunday night. On a Sunday night, and we finished the dinner, and I've gone back to this tube station. I went down the stairs about 7:30, 8 o'clock on a Sunday night, and this platform was very busy on a Sunday. Okay, the train. As I got down there, the train, the doors had just closed, and this train is sitting there, right? And I looked at the board, and it said next train 1 minute. And I thought, well, how do they do that then? Anyway, literally, this train pulled off, and as it disappeared in the tunnel, at the other end, the other one appeared, and the lights were on, and it comes. I love it. I love it standing on that tube station platform. I never stand near the edge in case someone pushes me off. Oh, that frightens me, Vectis. Probably someone like you, to be honest. Yes. I stand with my back right against the wall when I'm on tube station platform, and these trains comes hurtling full, preceded by a blast of wind.
That's right. I was just about to say that. You know when they're coming, don't you? Because you get this draft of sort of warm air, don't you?
Yeah. I love it. And within a minute, the train had gone, and a new one was sitting there. How do they do that? Amazing.
Yeah. Of course, it's quite with my nerdy head on. That's quite nowadays they can run a lot more trains because it's quite a complicated signalling system. At one time, if you had one train, you know, it had to be separated by so much time, which of course it's got to now. But with all this computerisation, in theory, they can run a lot more trains on the same section of line. So that's why there's so many trains, evidently.
Yeah, it's all computers, and of course, you know, we don't need drivers. I mean, I think the Docklands Light Railway, that doesn't have any drivers at all. It's all computerised. And in New York, the subway there, I do believe there that they don't have any drivers either. It's all it's just a computer running the whole thing. Don't need drivers.
Evidently, I don't know what line it is, but evidently there's quite a few lines on the London Underground as we speak at the moment. That although as you wait for a train, you see a driver in the cab, he's not actually driving the train. What he does is he opens the doors, he closes the doors, he tells the train that all the doors are closed and the train's secure to move off, and it actually drives itself. A lot of people don't realise that. I was watching something on the telly quite recently. A lot of them are automatic already. It's just the fact that they're not driverless. You know, they're not being driven by the driver. But
I didn't know that. You're telling me something. But I miss, there used to be a bloke, a guard, sometimes a lady it was. Usually it was a bloke, though, when I went to school in the 1970s. And he'd be right down the back. And all the doors would close. You know, you hear that, and the door, as the doors close. But just before that happened, he would scream out of his door, "Mind the doors!" You don't hear that anymore. It's so boring. There's a button you had to press. It's all manual now. You've got to do it yourself.
Of course, we still get that on the island with RX tube trains. They just about have a PA system that still works. And you still get that. And Ride Esplanade, people listening to your show who've been to the island, they might know, the station is actually on a very steep curb. So as well as mind the doors, you get mind the doors, mind the gap when alighting the train.
Oh, yeah, the gap.
That's
yes.
Quite nostalgic.
I wonder how many people fell through one of those.
Cool, dear. Cool. It wouldn't be pretty, would it? But we're getting very excited because evidently the government and Railtrack, which part fund the Island Railway, have actually told us that they're going to put major investment in and actually going to replace the trains. So instead of having 1938 tube stock, rumour has it we're having 1978 D series stock. So, 1978.
But I bet
proper modern for us.
You as a train enthusiast don't want that to happen, do you?
Well, yeah, they have a certain charm, these old trains.
Yeah.
But I mean, they are. I mean, 1938, and you've got to remember, I wouldn't imagine these trains were exactly built for working in a coastal sort of area, you know. So obviously the rust, and I think they're starting to get a bit beyond repair, you know. But it will be a shame to see them go because they have got a lot of character. I should just say that if anyone's, I'm sure there's more people listening to your show than mine.
I'm sure there's not. I've only got 8 million.
I should just remind you that you're listening to Chris Reardon on United Kingdom Talk, and of course on Vectis Radio on 104.6 and online.
You have to get your own plug-in, don't you?
Well, no, but you've got to do this like corporate stuff. We're a little community radio station, but we like to know people, who we are, and what we're doing. But yes, there you go. So. You were telling your listeners earlier on that you went to a different mass service today. You had a lie-in.
Yes, I went. I've been getting up at like 7:20 on a Sunday morning to go to the 9 o'clock mass. There's a church in Wokingham called the Corpus Christi. And the 9 o'clock and the 11, they're very different. The 9 is full of, shall we say, important people. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, you can tell they're like members of committees and people like that. You know,
that would be me, wouldn't it?
I bet that's someone like Shania, and I bet they're all you can sit there and look around, and they're watching for things that aren't right or are going wrong, or something like that. And now and again, someone nudges someone else, and you see them have a little word in their ear. Now the 11 o'clock one, I sat there today, and the choir wasn't brilliant. They did their best, but they weren't as good as the 9 o'clock lot. The organist, well, I mean, there was a few wrong notes there, I think, today. A few wrong notes.
I can possibly comment on our organist.
So, is she bad, is she? No, better not say. Oh, no, better not say. The 11 o'clock is full of, shall we say, more normal people who have just gone to church to be in church, if you see what I mean, rather than running or trying to run it, like non-important people. In fact, I think the most important person there today, other than the priest, was me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right. I'd agree with that.
Absolutely. And I sung at the top of my voice. And get this, and I know you're going to find this hard to believe, Vectis. As I was coming out, I dipped my little finger in the holy water, made the sign of the cross, put my hymn book back, put my prayer book back, put my missalette back, put my newsletter back in the thing. I got tapped on the shoulder. On the shoulder by a lady and a little girl who said, and I quote, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
You've got a really nice singing voice. Thank you very much. Thank you very
much. Did they both have them turned off?
Pardon?
Did they both have them turned off, those subtle behind the ear hearing aids?
Oh, she did have a couple of wires going down her chest.
Well, there you go then.
It worried me. I thought she might have been one of those religious extremists in there, but no, it was attached to a hearing aid. It's
very, very nice to know that you do. We went last night. We normally go on a Saturday. We normally go to the Easter Vigil. Easter Vigil? The
Oh, you're a bit early for that, aren't you? Are you doing the same as the supermarkets with their eggs?
I must be, but I don't know where that come from. But but we had a very, very, very quick service yesterday because I'll have to whisper because it's quite embarrassing, Chris. All right, but the priest had the runs, so he couldn't stay on the altar very long. He told Shania it'd have to be a quick service because he's got his own particular loo in the sacristy, and I think he was making a beeline for that. I think, poor fella.
Is no one else allowed to use that loo then?
Well, don't tell anyone. Shania uses it.
I'm an important person.
Oh, Shania, you wouldn't use my loo.
And altar server.
Let me tell you, my loo upstairs in this house, no one else uses that. I can't bear anyone using my toilet. My mate comes round and he always threatens to come upstairs and use that toilet up there while I'm not looking. I don't like anyone using my toilet. Oh, no. No.
Tell Shania quickly because we got to go soon. But tell Chris the story that the Father Joe told you last night.
So he said that he knew it's a true story. So he knew there was a couple of priests co-celebrating, and one of them wasn't very well. So they ran off, and it's the time when the radio mics were starting to come in, so they didn't quite know how to use them properly. So he runs off down these corridors to the loo. And he left his microphone on, so you can imagine the sort of sounds that you can hear on the mic. So then he came back on, and everyone was just in hysterics. They had to stop the mass
through the church speakers.
It was all through the church speakers. They never even turned it off. Didn't even realise.
Oh, how funny is that? Always beware of the radio mics, Shania.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes get it now when you get a visiting priest. We sometimes have a priest from Core Abbey that comes. Yeah. That's our sort of local monastery here on the island. And obviously they're not used to radio mics and what have you. And sometimes he'll go on and meet and greet as people leave and he'll forget that he's got the microphone on. But that's caught many of people out, both in religious circles and political circles, I think.
Political circles as well. Oh, yes, that's all going on at the moment, isn't it? Oh, dear, this whole Brexit thing. I wish they'd get on with it one way or the other. Oh. Yeah,
I mean, I don't really consider myself to be that intellectual to understand it all, but I think the people voted to leave, and if we got to leave without an agreement, well, I don't think we're going to die, are we? There might be a few shaky months, but I'm sure we'll sort ourselves out. I think it just needs to be done, doesn't it, and stop all this argument.
I think so, and I'm with you for that as well, actually, Vectis. When you said to me you're not an intelligent person, I'm not either. I'm as thick as two planks. I'm sure I am.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't know where half the politicians understand it. You?
No, I don't. When you see some of the stuff they come out with, and I think, well, I don't know what the hell you're saying. I'd have to turn over and watch some Tom and Jerry cartoons. Much more interesting.
Anyway, it's been nice talking. I've got to go because I've got to fit some ads in before the news and what have you. But if you want, shall I give you a quick blast of one of our jingles?
Oh, go on. Let's have a blast of a jingle. Am I allowed to play that? Or will the copyright people? Oh, he's playing one of our tunes. He's not paying any money for that.
No, I'll give you a quick blast of this and I'll come back.
Blast
and
away.
And I'm
blast.
play some ads,
blast it.
Yeah, did you get that?
I did get that. That was lovely, that was. But I feel I could do you better jingles than that. I could sing them for you. Ba-da-ba, Vectis, Humphrey and Shania in the afternoon. Da-da-da-da-da-da! Vectis Radio. What do you think?
You're hired. I'll have a word with the management. Anyway, I must go, Chris. It's been nice talking to you, mate.
Cheerio,
have a good rest
man.
of the show.
Bye-bye, Shania. Bye-bye, Vectis.
And we'll catch up somewhere. See ya.
Have a lovely afternoon. Bye-bye now. Oh, they're lovely, they are. Doing their little show on Isle of Wight Vectis Radio, where they are. Right, let's do some of your messages in there, boys and girls. Hello to Ray Reynolds, who's joining us today. Hello to Paul and Lou. Good morning to you. I can't have your PayPal. I would never, ever ask for money. I just can't do it. People have said that to me before. Why don't you ask for donations? What for? What for? No, I'm all right. I would hate to have to ask for donation. No. Can't have any of that. Hello to John McGinley. Morning, John. Or afternoon to you, rather. Craig Hannington is in the house. Hello to Captain Ulster on Vaughan Live, who can fix that Skype. You need go back to the old version. Ah. Now, how do I do that? Because I had an old version, but it wouldn't let me use it. It forced me to update it. I don't know how to do that. Perhaps I'll have a little search around, because we can't have that thing ringing all the time. Although I've turned the fader down, so you wouldn't hear that ringing now. Is there no way of turning off the ringing now? That's annoying. That's annoying. Okay. John is trying to hang some new nets on a PVC window. I am without a drill thing. Blue tack. That's the answer. Blue tack. Look, you want gaffer tape. Have you seen? Do you know gaffer tape? Hang on a minute. Let me get you here. 1 minute. I've got gaffer tape. Oh, yes, here it is. This fixes everything. This absolutely fixes everything. Gaffer tape. Look at this. Right? You get carefully hold up your nets. Bit of that across the top. They never come down again, darling. Gaffer tape. I fixed my guttering with that about 5 years ago. It was leaking, so I just put some of that in there. Several pieces. It's never leaked since. Very good. Gaffer tape. I wasn't born in 1938, John, as well you know. I've seen the way you stand there, ogling me while I'm doing my karaoke nights, thank you. Hello to Paul Gallagher, who enjoyed the conversation of tube trains. I love trains. Got a little train here, look. Oh, yes, this is my Hornby Flying Scotsman, which hasn't been on the track for a while. I've actually got a few little train engines and carriages as well that have been in a shed for a long time, and it's naughty really having them in a shed like that, but they got a bit rusty. I suppose they could be brought up to scratch. What do you call that? Remade or whatever it's called, restored. Which actually my brother-in-law could probably do. He might like that little project. He might like that. I'll ask him if he wants to do something like that. Good afternoon to Bernadette. Good morning, lovely Bernadette. Hope you're well, darling. Bernadette is in the house. Hello to Peter as well. Peter says, the sun is shining in Woodall Spa. I looked out my back garden this morning. I've got snowdrops growing. Me too. I've got snowdrops and I've got one daffodil that has opened. The first daffodil of the year. We like daffs. My mum used to like daffodils. She loved daffodils. Paul, didn't Gordon Brown leave his mic on once and called that woman a bigot? Yes, he did. Oh, dear. Hello to Timmy Thomas. Hello, Timmy. You are informed, not thick. And thank you for my birthday wishes yesterday. I don't know. I'm that informed, Timmy. I have no interest. Unless I've got an interest in something, I don't really listen. Which counts most people out, unfortunately. Hello to Paul Finicky. Morning, Paul. Weird Citizen wants to buy me a drink. I don't drink, I'm afraid. I rarely drink. In fact, I haven't been for a while now. I used to go to these afternoon teas. The reason I don't go is because I'm up north now. You see, when I was down here, I used to go to afternoon teas, various different lovely, lovely places, hotels and places like that with my mate. I don't really do it that much anymore. But when I do go, I have a glass of champagne, right? Not bad quality, good quality champagne, in that pink bottle. I can't think what it's called now. Anyway, and I'll have that, and I'll have my sandwiches and cakes and afternoon tea and glass of champagne. Now, I always have a little sleep in the afternoon, usually a couple of hours somewhere, right? And I found, after I'd had the afternoon sleep, right, I'd wake up and feel absolutely dreadful. So I don't know if it is the champagne doing that. I think it may. I can't think it can be anything else. Either that, or I've simply had too many sandwiches and cakes, which could be the reason as well. So the next time I go on an afternoon tea, I'm not going to have the champagne and see if that makes any difference. But I really don't drink. I don't like the taste of beer or lager, wine. No, I can't bear it. Don't like the taste. Whiskey. Oh, how can anyone drink that whiskey stuff? I could light a fire with that. I can set up Super Chat on YouTube where people send money. No, I'm not asking for money, no. Got to reinstall and then turn up auto updates. I don't know how to do that. I I'll have a search on the internet. I'm bound to come up with an answer on that. All right. Hello to Jono. Good morning, Jono. Welcome to the show. Are you still hanging around Clapham Junction with your notebook? No. I don't. What, taking numbers of trains? People do that, don't they? I don't understand that. They go onto train stations and just write down the numbers of the trains as they come in. That's it. That's it. I mean, if you're into trains, you need an electric train set. That's what you need. Oh, yes. Sitting in the centre with your buttons, waking the little trains going around. There is real excitement there, boys. Real excitement. We'll do a champagne spa at the Hilton Hotel. Who's the belated birthday wishes for, Bernadette? That's not for me, is it? Or that must be for Timmy. It's not been my birthday. That's not till February the 5th. Thank you, Shania. Enjoyed that chat as well with you, my darling. Irish cream, no. No, dear. No Irish cream. Unless it's yours, of course. Right, let's have a look here. A couple of messages coming through there. That's that one. That's that one done. Good. Now, I've got a couple of stories for you today. Oh, by the way, if Chris Manzar is around, he might watch a recording of this. I can't see him today. I have now finished your little Dove chocolates that you sent me. Me and my mate ate those yesterday while we were watching some television. So thank you very much for those. Yesterday on Netflix, I've watched the first episode of the new Star Trek Discovery, Series 2, Episode 1. Excellent. The special effects. Wow. Oh, wow, that's all I can say. Absolutely fantastic. I've got to be honest, I had trouble following the story. It was kind of jumping forwards and back a bit. And I was giving it my full attention. I've said to you before, if you're going to watch a telly, put your phone away. Put it out of reach in another room. Because every time you pick up the phone, you put it back down, you look at the telly, oh, how did we get to this? You lose the concentration. If you're going to watch the telly, give it your full attention, whether it's a film or a programme or something like that. It doesn't work if you keep picking up the phone. Now, yesterday, I watched Star Trek. I did give it my full attention. I didn't have the phone with me. My mate watched it as well. And I did have trouble following it last night. I don't know if anyone else has seen that. The new series of Discovery on Netflix One, Colour. So we watched that, and also there was an advert out for a film on there. It was either OI or IO. It was one of those two titles which was advertised, and it tells you it's a story, because I've watched the trailer. The story seems to be about when the world becomes toxic and how we cope with that, which it will do. I'm convinced that we will never be able to sort out the plastic mountain, the carbon dioxide levels, that we have mucked up this planet big time. If everyone pulled together, we could probably clear it up, but that's never going to happen. It's never going to happen, because you're going to get some idiot who says, oh no, that's going to cost this, that's going to cost that, so it's not going to work. I do believe we will end up with a toxic planet. Maybe that's what happened to Mars. You don't know. If you believe, time doesn't have a beginning or an end. If you believe that, then it could be that Mars has already been through this. It had humans on it. They mucked up the planet. All the atmosphere disappeared. And that's what we're left with. A dead planet. That could have happened. And now we're here. Maybe at some point people left Mars and came here. And we are the children of Martians. Some of you look more Martian than others. Oh. Let's got another phone call coming through there. It's Glenda in Pennsylvania. Good evening, Glenda.
Good morning. Well, it's good morning over here.
Actually, it's afternoon here. Good afternoon to the lovely Glenda.
Hi.
All right, darling.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Well, I hope I don't get classified as a boring caller, so I'm going to try to spice things up a little bit.
You won't be a boring caller. Don't worry about that, my love.
Okay, so I wanted to tell you, here in Pennsylvania, since you say that you're having a kind of not a heat wave over there, but it's been warm, we just got about maybe 6 inches of snow, and it's supposed to get very windy today with up to 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And guess what our low for tonight is supposed to be?
Go on.
It's supposed to be, with the wind chill, negative 26 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, now I don't know what that is. So it's funny.
Well,
our
it's
Fahrenheit,
really, really cold.
our Fahrenheit. We have two systems of measurement here, both Fahrenheit and centigrade. Now, older people will do it all in Fahrenheit. Younger people will do it all in centigrade. But when I was at school, we were on Fahrenheit and centigrade was coming in. So kind of in the sort of age group that I'm in, maybe 45 to 65, that age group there, we've got a bit of both in our heads. So what tends to happen is that I measure the cold weather in centigrade and the hot weather in Fahrenheit, because that's my head is a little bit jumbled up like that. So
I think water freezes at 0 degrees in centigrade.
That's right. Yeah. So what is that in Fahrenheit?
So it's like, what's that in Fahrenheit? That's 32 degrees in Fahrenheit.
And you're going to be minus
26.
Oh,
with the wind chill.
That's got to be minus 10 or minus 15, I would guess. Someone to do a calculation and tell us. So, wow, that's
No,
you won't be going out then, will you?
It's really cold here.
I hope you won't be going out.
No, but I do have to go out and shovel the snow off the sidewalks and stuff
do
here
you?
before too
Wow.
long.
When I said we were having a heat wave, it wasn't really a heat wave. We were getting like temperatures of about. Let me trust. I can convert some about 50, 55 Fahrenheit. Even up to
that's
sort
really
of
nice.
even up to like 58, maybe 60 around sort of December, Christmas time. But today it has gone right down in the last couple of days to probably.
Well, that's springtime weather for us.
Yeah.
Here in Pennsylvania, that's springtime temperatures.
Well, we have gone,
which is like the perfect temperature for me.
Right, we have gone below freezing some days. Certainly when I'm not at the caravan today, but when I've been up at the caravan, I've been walking around the site, taking my rubbish out, and there's been like hard ice on the ground. Yeah, so it has been.
I was going to say you're not walking around without a top on and shorts since it's 60 degrees out, right?
No, that was 20 years ago when I was in my 30s.
You can still do that. You're such a nice-looking guy. I don't understand why you have such horrible thoughts about yourself.
I have a very, very... I come on here and we do have a little bit of a laugh, and I tell you I'm a big star and I'm fantastic. I have a very, very low opinion of myself. I'll tell you that now. That is true.
Well, I can't understand why.
You
seem like such a nice person. I mean, and like the card that I sent you, you do so much for others, and that's why I wanted to send you something, because I just think it's very kind and thoughtful of you to go and do this show every morning. And, I mean, you touch a lot more people than what I think you think that you do. You touch a lot of people by your show, and I just love to listen to you. And my mom, I told her that I was calling into your show, and she's like, oh, tell him I said hello. She loves you too, and she thinks you're really good looking.
Oh, it's very kind of you to say so. I'm hoping to be touched at some point by someone, but it's been a while now, to be honest, Glenda.
Well, your friend Ronnie, he's a very good-looking man.
Oh, no. That was a long time ago. I went out with him years ago.
I know, but he's still good-looking.
You're having a laugh, aren't you? Please don't tell him that, because I won't hear the end of it. He will go on and on and on about that, I tell you. I just hope that he's not listening now. Weird City Citizen says minus 26 Fahrenheit is minus 32 centigrade. Is it really? Mm-hmm. It can't be. Gosh, that is crazy cold. Oh my God, that's too much. That's too much for me. I wouldn't like it.
I've been feeding our squirrels and stuff outside, and I was saying to my husband, oh my gosh, the poor squirrels and the birds.
Oh,
I know they'll survive, but I just feel bad for them.
You haven't got a loft, have you? Oh, I don't know what you call it over there. Do you have a loft that is...
Oh, yeah, an attic. Yeah, we call them attics over here. Yeah, we do, but it's completely insulated. I mean, our house was built in 1900, so our attic is pretty small. And the only thing that we have up there is insulation. That's it.
Well, it worries me that you're going to get... I've had squirrels in my loft here. An absolute nightmare.
We've never had anything like that.
Oh, I hope not. Do you keep stuff stored up there?
We've had mice. What was that? I'm sorry.
Do you keep stuff stored up there, Glenda?
No, not really. Just it's a very small space. So our house is small. It's only 2 bedrooms.
Oh, that's
So,
okay.
like,
yeah.
Well, but in our attic, our attic and our basement. Like, our basement is the old, like, stone, the way they used to make the old houses.
I know, yeah,
It's
yeah.
stone, and it's tiny. So we have a shed in our backyard that we store things in. And, having a small house, you can't really buy too much. So that's one good thing.
So you've actually got a basement, have you?
Yeah, we have a basement. We have some things down there, but not very much.
What do you keep in there? Dead bodies?
No. No. Our ghost lives in the basement.
Is that what happens if you don't like guests? You put them down there and close the door on them. Just a few bones down there, is
No.
it?
No. Gosh, I would never do anything like that.
Oh, dear.
But our house is haunted, though.
Is it really? Oh. Well,
Yeah.
what does the things happen?
Well, I'll tell you a story.
Please
it was
do,
about maybe a couple of weeks after we bought our house, and my husband was working a third shift job. He went in at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and would come home around between 2 and 4 in the morning. He worked 4 10-hour days. And so I was sleeping upstairs in the bedroom, and all of a sudden, it was like I was awake, and there was someone hovering over me, looking right down in my face. And it was an old man with a plaid shirt, suspenders, and a long beard. And it was so odd because, I've had dreams before, and I knew this was not a dream. And I was awake. And so I was freaked out, but I wasn't, scared. And as soon as I, opened my eyes and saw him, it was like he was gone. So I never said anything to my husband about it because I thought, whatever. I just thought, well, maybe I was dreaming. So then a couple weeks later, my husband comes down the stairs, and he's like, something really weird happened to me last night. And he described the same exact man doing the same thing, same shirt, overalls, not overalls, but suspenders, and a long beard, and I didn't say a word to him about it.
Gosh.
So we call him the old man, and I've seen, because before I permanently worked from home, I worked from home, 1 week out of the month, and every Friday. And I can see into my living room from the kitchen. And our stairs creak at the bottom as you come down the stairs into the living room. And so I heard this creaking, and I thought, oh, well, my husband must have gotten up. So I look into the living room, and I see this figure cross. And I'm like, okay, well, that's weird. And I yelled out, Pat, Pat. And he didn't answer me. So I got up off the kitchen table and went into the living room, and there was nothing there. And I saw a figure walk across the living room. And there was my cat. He was laying on the back of the couch just looking like, nothing's going on. But, yeah.
So the cat
There's been some strange things that have happened.
The cat didn't react at all?
No, no.
Oh.
But that cat's no longer around. He passed away. But our new cat, Chloe, she's a riot. She's like the craziest cat we've ever had.
Is she?
Yes.
How old is she now?
She's so funny. Yeah.
How old is
so
she?
Those are just 2 little stories about my house.
How old is your cat?
Chloe, she'll be 2 in April. Then I have a cat named Ivy.
Yeah.
She'll be, I think she's 17.
Right.
And then I have another cat named Gemma. And no, she's not named after that Gemma that you can't stand.
Not Gemma Collins, no, dear.
I never even heard of that Gemma one until you started talking about her.
Well, just imagine someone with absolutely no talent whatsoever. That's Gemma Collins.
Well, I actually had to look her up because I wanted to see what this woman looked like because you were talking about her so much. But no, she's a calico cat, Gemma is.
Yeah.
And then we have the 3 dogs and 2 ferrets. That's it.
Oh,
That's enough
dear.
animals for me.
Oh, it's awful. Awful. Well, I'm glad you look after your cats, Glenda, all right?
Oh, yeah. Well, you take care of yourself.
And keep warm in that
I'll
minus
tell my
20
mother that I talked to you today.
Keep warm in that minus 29 degrees or whatever it is there.
I will. Hopefully we don't lose electricity.
Thanks for calling. Glenda, I'd just like to tell you that
All
your
right,
call...
see you later.
Your call...
All right, bye-bye.
Your call was very interesting and not boring in the slightest.
Okay, well, maybe somebody else will call in and share some more ghost stories.
Lots of love to you. Thanks,
All
Glenda.
right.
Love to your mum, all right?
Yeah,
Bye-bye
bye-bye.
now. There we are, Glenda calling in from Pennsylvania, 65000. All right, I can take one more call if you want to call in. You made... Oh, there it is there. There's one there. Hello, who's calling in, please?
Thanks
for calling. Glenda, I'd just like to tell
you that your call... See you later.
Right, whoever that is, you've got to turn off your video before you talk to us. Otherwise, I can just hear myself. So, do you want to do that and try that now? That's me there. No, no. Okay, that's not going to work, is it? Never mind. All right. Just some more messages before we disappear. Then, Bernadette didn't have her hearing aid switched on. I thought I said it was yesterday. No, my birthday's in February, Bernadette. All right, my love. Roy is back. Did you miss anything good? No, there's never anything good on here, Roy. There was only Glenda's phone call. She was very good. She was very, very good on the phone. Oh, dear. There we go. Let's try that now. Hello, who's that?
It's John McGinley. How are you, Chris?
Hello, John McGinley. How lovely to have a regional accent on the phone today.
I know, all the way from Northern Ireland as well.
Are you in Northern Ireland at the moment?
No, God, no, I'm in London.
Oh, okay. Whereabouts in London?
South London, mate.
Whereabouts?
Croydon.
Oh, okay. You know I was brought up in South London, don't you?
Oh, dear.
Did you know that? Not in anywhere as ghastly as Croydon, though. First of all, Peckham, and then Roehampton in southwest London, which isn't too far from Croydon, Roehampton, is it?
Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, well, I've never been.
You sound like you just got up, John. Am I right in that saying that?
No, I finally found the drill bit to drill my hole, my PVC window to hang me nest.
Oh, you're not drilling a hole in that plastic, are you?
I just done it.
Oh,
great.
my God. Do be careful, dear. Once you've damaged that plastic, there's no going back.
I felt so manly with that big massive drill.
Did you really? You haven't made the hole too big, have you? I'm very good at doing that. I always completely ruin DIY jobs.
Oh, dear. Oh, God.
So you won't be needing my roll of gaffer tape, then?
Well, no. God, no.
I'm pleased to hear it. Why have you put net curtains up, then? Are you doing things in there that you don't want other people to see?
Well, it's just privacy, isn't it?
Privacy?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we don't have any of that out here in the countryside. There's no houses round here, dear. Acres of land all around me. I'm surrounded by big thorned roses, just in case anyone tries to get in.
Well, that's you in your caravan. I'm sure you're like one of those Irish pikey gypsies of some description.
Irish what?
Gypsies.
I could be. I think I might become a gypsy. I might become a gypsy. Expect me to be coming knocking on your door, asking you if you want any of your gutters cleared or any new tarmac down at the front. I will become one of those people.
No, well, I was actually quite thinking that perhaps you could do like a crystal ball thing.
What, you want me to tell you what your things are going to have? Just a moment, please. I think I might have one here. Yes, here we go then. Right, I'm now looking into the crystal ball. What do you want to know, John? Right. What do you want to know?
Am I going to get married? Am I going to get a Prince Charming?
Are you going to get married? One moment, please. The voices are speaking to me. You are going to get married. Right, just a moment. I think I might have one here. One moment. Yes, here we go. I can hear myself. Will you turn me down, please?
All right, hang on 1 second. Hang on.
I'm holding. We hold while we try and connect you on this number now. I'm going to have to turn the light down because I can't hear the voices properly. One moment. See if that works better. Oh, I can hear them better now. I'm hearing the voices. You're definitely giving...
Right.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Oh, what? Chris, what do you see? Tell me.
Oh. Well, you are getting married. I'm afraid
it's not to a woman. Please don't say it to a woman.
No, it's not a woman.
Please.
But it's not a Prince Charming, it's a Minger.
Oh, shit.
Oh, pardon? Oh. No rude words, please, on this programme.
Oh. All right, okay. Oh, terrible, ghastly.
Sorry about that. Let me put my studio lighting back on 1 moment, please. Yeah, I'm afraid it looks like you're going to marry a Minger.
Oh. Oh, dear.
Sorry about that, old boy.
You have just left the old. It's my birthday next Friday, and I'm not old. I am far from old.
I'm going to turn off the crystal ball because it's telling me other stuff that you don't want to realise.
I don't want to hear it.
It just involves a few trips to the hospital, that's all.
What type of hospital?
That's all I want to say at the moment, my darling. I don't want you to shorten your life any further than it is already.
Oh, you terrible, terrible man on a Sunday. God forgive you.
Bless you, Hail Mary, full of craze. Go on, get off the line. I want to go and have my dinner.
Right, goodbye.
Cheerio, John. Calling in from London there. Thank you very much for your calls this afternoon. That was nice, wasn't it? Taking a few calls. All of them really good. Fantastic calls. Thank you very, very much. Really fantastic calls. Interesting. You see, this is why I haven't done calls for so long. I used to do them sort of at least once a week. But people were really boring. They'd come up, hello, Chris, hello. And I'm like, right, what do you want to say? Oh, I just wanted to say hello. And they didn't have anything to say. Or they were boning and they would drone on and on, dear. They were all fantastic calls on the show today. Thank you very much. So we'll do that again at some point. Just back to your messages. Roy says I'd ring him, but you'd have to pay me royalties as I'm more famous than you, Chris. Are you, Roy? Are you a pretend person, Roy? Is Roy Brownlowe like a pseudo name for something else, like perhaps Robbie Williams, or maybe you're Shirley Bassey? Are you Shirley Bassey? Roy, are you Shirley Bassey? Oh, dear. Weird City System was taught Celsius. I think it's the same as centigrade. Yes, correct. Celsius is indeed the same as centigrade. Thank you very much. He thinks having a ghost in the house is really creepy. He'd move. No, it depends how you are with ghosts, really. I have one here. It has never made itself known to me, but other people who have stayed here, it's made itself known to them. I suppose in a way of looking after me. I think it's something to do with me. And so I do have one here. And it makes me feel quite warm and nice and wanted, really, actually. But other people, it often doesn't want them here and it makes itself known. Perhaps I'll tell you the story. I have told it before a couple of times, but not today because I want to have my dinner in a minute. Paul says Glenda is lovely. She surely is. She sent me a lovely box of stuff around Christmas, as you probably saw there. John, my birthday next week. If anyone wants to take me out on a date, I'm free. I offered to take you out on a date several times and you didn't follow it up, so you're not getting another offer, mate. That's it. You see, you hang around. You didn't take the opportunity. The door is closed. The window is shut. The curtains are drawn. Too late, mate. Too late. Sorry. Many, many options you had there, but there you go. You didn't take it. So there we are. So we'll wish you a happy birthday next week, John, okay? All righty, let's do today's birthdays then, boys and girls. I don't think we've got too many birthdays today to do. And then I'm going to have my dinner. I've got 2 lots of spaghetti bolognese today. Actually, I've got spaghetti arrabbiata, which is the really spicy one. That's one I've made myself. That's downstairs. I shall have that. And then tonight I'm going over to my mate's house. He's done corn spaghetti bolognese, which I'm looking forward down there. Oh, you wasn't asking me? Oh, well, of course not. No, not now that I've said that. Oh, it's that old one, is it? You know, when someone says, oh, no, they're not interested. Oh, I wasn't asking you. Yeah, right. Okay, mate. If you say so, dear. If you say so. Happy birthday today on this Sunday, the 20th of January 2019 to Deano Klein. Good morning, Deano. Happy birthday, you lovely man. Deano doesn't live too far away from here in Surrey. Happy birthday, Deano. Angel Delight. What a lovely name. What a lovely name. Angel Delight. I love it. Love the pink wig. Happy birthday to you. Jill Beckett's birthday today. Penelope Jane is 34 years old today. Gary Morgan's birthday today, and the lovely Liam Farrell as well. Happy birthday to you all, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. That's it for the show today on this Sunday. Thanks ever so much for joining us. We might do a little test on the YouTube again later. On the other hand, I might not. So don't worry about it. If it comes up, it comes up. It's just that I didn't turn something on before I started the show. And by the time I'd started, the only way to get that notification to come on is to stop and start again. So I might not do that. I'll also have a little look around on the Skype to see if I can reinstall an old version or something and try and get that going again. But we can't have it ringing like that every time someone calls in, can we? Thanks for watching and listening, boys and girls. I'll see you again certainly tomorrow morning around about 9:30 sort of time. You have a nice Sunday and enjoy your evening. Bye-bye now.